Once a transport unit has been cleaned, disinfected, dried, and inspected, it must be kept clean prior to loading and should be stored in an area that is physically and functionally separate from the transport units that have not been cleaned or disinfected. Away from pets, farm animals, rodents, birds, and wildlife. Away from people, contaminated equipment, feed, and bedding. Away from exhaust fans and dusty areas. The truck and trailer decontamination process must be audited to ensure 1. The complete removal of organic matter, and 2. Complete drying before loading animals. All transport vehicles must have a visual inspection, observing for signs of bird or rodent activity completed within the 12 hours prior to use. If any contamination is present, the trailer must be re-washed, disinfected, and dried before use. Trailers must be tagged to indicate the wash and/or TAD date and location. The driver has the authority to fail the truck's inspection and request corrections before loading. Loadout process. Regarding the loadout, chute, it must be constructed with materials that help reduce the possibility of spreading an infectious disease from transport vehicles, rodents, birds, etc., and must be designed to facilitate proper animal handling. The entire loadout chute must be covered, bird-proofed, and constructed of materials that allow for thorough cleaning and disinfection. Drainage from the dirty area of the chute to the clean area of the main farm is prohibited. The loadout chute must have a separate pressure washing system or a separate pressure washing line and hose. Chutes should also be heated in countries with winter weather. Before the loading process, take into account the following considerations. All trailers must be empty before loading at any PIC production unit, unless sites are from the same production flow. Breeding stock from different sources will not be transported on the same delivery vehicle without PIC health assurance approval. PIC breeding stock vehicles must avoid any location where other livestock trucks are likely to frequent, such as truck stops, rest stops, etc. Transport routes will be determined with high consideration to biosecurity and efficiency by PIC logistics. What must farm personnel do for loading and unloading pigs? The clean, dirty line must be clearly demarcated. In most cases, this line is at the rear edge of the trailer and the end of the chute. The chute is defined as an intermediate area, which has a clearly demarcated corridor and a door. No crossover of the clean, dirty lines is allowed, except for one-way animal movement. Once pigs have entered an area that may be contaminated by materials from the transport vehicle, the pigs must not be allowed to re-enter the farm. A one-way gate must be in place, dividing the clean area, the farm, and the dirty area, the trailer, to avoid that pigs from the trailer could return to the farm. The loadout facility must be designed so there is no direct contact between the farm personnel and the truck or driver. Drivers will follow the PIC loading procedures described below. When stepping down from the cab, put on a clean pair of plastic boots or shoe covers. Retrieve coveralls, footwear, and gloves from the clean box. Before entering the cargo area, you must put on clean footwear, rubber boots or plastic boot covers as you step onto the mat. Once on the mat, put on coveralls, not allowing them to touch the ground outside of the mat. Put on clean work gloves prior to moving animals. The clean dirty line is the rear edge of the trailer. Drivers are not permitted to enter the multiplier, customer loading chutes, or facilities. Receive animals into the delivery vehicle. After loading, exit the cargo area and place used coveralls, boots or boot covers, and gloves into a new garbage bag into the dirty box. Dirty boots, gloves, and coveralls are never to be worn in the cab of the truck. Prior to re-entering the cab, slide the plastic boot covers off regular footwear, turning plastic booties inside out and dispose of in a garbage bag. Inside the cab, clean hands with hand sanitizer. Drivers must remain alert to animal health concerns. Any observation indicating a health concern, for example coughing, diarrhea, or lethargy, must be reported to PIC Dispatch and Health Assurance immediately. Before unloading at destination, repeat the biosecurity protocol to enter the cargo area. Unload animals observing the clean, dirty line at the end of the trailer. Count the animals as they are unloaded. Once an animal leaves the cargo area, it should never re-enter the trailer. The receiving farm staff should never enter the cargo area of the delivery vehicle unless previously approved. Repeat the biosecurity process to re-enter the cab. Proceed to the PIC-approved truck wash. A special situation is presented during truck-to-truck transfer. Observe the following protocol. A neutral site away from the destination farm and other pig farms is required for the transfer. The customer vehicle must be clean, disinfected, and dry. Only clean, fresh bedding is allowed in the vehicle. The customer is at no time permitted to enter the PIC trailer. Pig flow is one way only. If a loading area or a vehicle is deemed a potential biosecurity risk, the driver and/or site manager has the authority and responsibility to question the situation and communicate to the HTV, PIC Health Assurance or Logistics. The biosecurity of a farm is everyone's responsibility. Understanding, respecting, and rigorously performing each of these procedures minimizes the risk to animal health and well-being. Please comply with these good practices.